Welcome guys, Probs here. I'm just doing a showcase of my drift car, as you can see in the background. I will just show you the basics, how it works, how I've designed it, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you. Where are we? Oh wow, it's loaded in. Now, I tell you what, I did make a 10-minute video trying to explain how this all works, but it's boring. So I'm just going to do a quick, simple wrap it up. Basically, this is my prototype drift car, stage like 5. I got it fairly compact, it looks fairly nice. I made a second prototype which is currently designed, but I destroyed it trying to explain the video. So this is it. Regular car uses a crate connected brass gearbox because I couldn't be bothered to use any other thing. It's got a drive shaft. This is not intentional. This is just because that's the only space I had. The original prototype uses a swivel bearing with invisible string connected by a honey to this back end. This leg basically activates the swivel bearing, separates this back end wheels into a separate entity. Now this separate entity has unique features. Sorry. Basically, the unique features give it the ability to slide. When it's in its toggled state, this state here, it'll drop down and it will to slide. Now, I've basically set this up so when you hold down the space key, it'll activate this bearing hooked up to this, just to give the max amount of speed you can have, just so it's as fast. Activate this torsion spring, activate a deployer. When you let go to space, it will deactivate this and it'll go back to normal driving mode. This basically lets you have a regular driving car with the ability to have a drift car. I think it is pretty damn cool. So this is the most open design I've got, so I'm going to show it. It is not the final design because I'll show you why soon. Basically, drive however you want, and you hold space, and it will slide. Now, on to the next stage. I've got the sliding part sorted, but it's not as fast as I want it. Because when you activate this second state here, the car actually is a lot slower than the normal state. I'm assuming it just wants to pull something and it doesn't like that. So I added in this wheel bearing. Actually, it's part of the contraption facing in here. So, there's a lot of parts missing, but I'll just get the bigger picture. Deployer goes here. This is connected up by here to this main area, and I somehow managed to power it through here into that. And then this basically allows it, so when you're driving, as you're in the drift mode, it will spin a lot faster, letting you lose control a lot better. This is the final design. I couldn't be bothered to change it. There's a few issues with it, as in the drive shaft, you need about the pixel of clearance. You can get a larger tyre on front end or the back end, whichever one you like, and it will solve that issue for you. But I think it turned out pretty damn cool. FYI, I did steal this front end design from Mustang Design off the Create Schematics page. I can link them. I just feel like it's a good idea to bring it up. That is stolen. Borrowed, I mean. This is it. I try to make it as bloody compact as possible. This actually interferes with that, so when you go in reverse, it'll be a bit goofy, but just don't worry about that. I'm sure we can see that. There we go, hop in. You can change the speed you want. I have to have it, where am I? Maximum speed. Because maximum speed, best drifting opportunity. So, first thing, hop in and drive around. Oh, it's already in drift mode. So, you can just drive the car, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I can show you right now that it works. Back wheel in reverse, look goofy, don't worry, crap walk. Anyway, and then if you just really like do a half second on the spacebar, you can actually toggle it. Toggle it off, or you can just hold it in and then let go of the spacebar and it'll pop back in. So I'm just going to actually just show you showcase. So this is driving forwards. spinning around, and if I just tap the spacebar, it'll spin and drift. Now you can canter steer, let it go, flip it if you'd like, crash, do whatever you like, but it basically slides like it's on ice, and it's a lot more traction than ice. Now with the added swivel bearing extra power, you can actually do doughies, and they look pretty bloody cool. And click a button, you can turn into a normal car that doesn't do doughies, but who likes that? Problems, again, unless you've got a bigger wheel, you can't go off one block jumps dead on. You've got to have it a bit of sideways flip, let that front tire pop up. And it floats in water. Don't know why you'd need that, but there you go. That is the final design